published 11:56 est, the 30th of December 2017, updated 12:07 est, the 30th of December 2017. The Vitality Stadium crowd may have been chanting "We man," but Ryan Fraser was standing tall as he propelled Bournemouth out of the relegation zone. The 5 feet 4 inches Scottish winger was outstanding throughout, and his 2 goals spelt the end to Sam Allardyce's unbeaten start in charge of Everton. Fraser's mazy dribbles from midfield provided Bournemouth's principal threat all afternoon, and so it was only fitting he earned them a crucial win, their first in 9 Premier League games. Bournemouth's Ryan Fraser scores his second of the match to help Bournemouth beat Everton 21 at the Vitality Stadium. Fraser's 89th minute winner capped an excellent match for the former Aberdeen winger as the Cherries beat Everton 21 joy unbound at the Vitality Stadium after Fraser's grabbed a late winner for Bournemouth in the 89th minute to beat Everton earlier. Everton's Idrissa Gueye latched on to substitute oumar niasse pass before firing home to make it 11 on 56 minutes. Gueye, the former Lille and Aston Villa forward, slotted home to equalise for Everton at Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Gueye, the 28-year-old Senegal international, wheels away in triumph after scoring for Sam Allardyce's team to make it 11. Gueye races in celebration towards the Everton fans who made the long trip to the south coast to support their team. Gueye slides to his knees in front of joyful Everton fans who made the trek to Bournemouth to cheer on the heroes, having seen his acrobatic first-half volley cancelled out by Idrissa Gueye. Fraser latched onto a through pass by Adam Smith with just a minute left on the clock. Cutting inside onto his right foot, his shot took a wicked deflection off the boot of Michael Keane, wrong-footed Jordan Pickford, and spun into the far corner. Nobody of a Bournemouth persuasion cared how the ball found the net. This was a priceless, richly deserved and long-awaited win that eases an awful lot of pressure on manager Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's Bournemouth went 10-up against Everton at the Vitality through, and Fraser's excellent volley on 32 minutes. A surging run from Josh King down the right flank saw him cross the ball for Fraser to fire home past Jordan Pickford. The diminutive Fraser runs off in celebration after netting just after the half-an-hour mark to put Bournemouth 10-up at home. Fraser Wright is joined in celebration with his teammates after scoring to put Bournemouth 10-up against the Toffees. Phil Jagielka of Everton and the Cherries King collide during their Premier League match at the Vitality on Saturday afternoon. Idrissa Gueye of Everton is challenged by the home side's Adam Smith and former Toffee Dan Gosling during the match. Bournemouth entered this contest at a low ebb, having dipped beneath the division's safety line. Yet they started with a purpose that belied their faltering form, Fraser making a succession of driving runs from midfield in the opening minutes, with Lewis Cook picking his passes nicely. Fraser's free kick from the left created the first mini-opening on 3 minutes, but Steve Cook couldn't adjust his body sufficiently to steer a header towards goal. Bournemouth: Begovic, Francis, Steve Cook, Carter, 79, RK, Adam Smith, Lewis Cook, Gosling, Fraser, Kingaphobe, 38, Callum Wilson, subs not used: Baruch, Pugh, Daniels, Mousset, Simpson. Everton: Pickford, Kenny, Keane, Jagielka, Martina, Gueye, Bolasie, 71, Schneiderlin, McCarthy, Rooney, HT, Lennon, Calvert-Lewin, Niasse, 53, Sigurdsson, subs not used: Williams, Davies, Holgate, Robles. Referee Lee Probert Wiltshire. With every Bournemouth thrust, the home crowd became more and more involved. They sung repeatedly for their manager and also the Great Escape theme. Chances eventually followed. Callum Wilson has been superb since his return from injury, and when he brushed off Keane to spin on the edge of the box, his well-struck shot had to be repelled by Pickford. The England World Cup goalkeeping hopeful then hit the turf again to push Jordan Ibe's low effort around the post. Bournemouth's Callum Wilson and Michael Keane from the visitors' Everton battle for possession during Saturday's match. King and John Joe Kenny of Everton battle for the ball during the hard-fought match between AFC Bournemouth and the Toffees. Everton were struggling. They lacked cohesion going forward, failed to create anything of note before half-time, and their general malaise was reflected in the silence of the travelling fans. All that was required was a Bournemouth breakthrough, and it duly arrived just after the half-hour. James McCarthy was making only his second appearance of an injury-ravaged season, and the rustiness certainly showed when a careless backwards pass in midfield fell straight to Wilson. Kenny left nearly rips King's Bournemouth shirt off in his attempt to win the ball during the Premier League match. With Cuco Martina down on the floor, McCarthy would have been better served passing the ball out so his teammate could receive treatment, but instead the Cherries were away. Wilson pinged a pass wide right to Joshua King, and his inviting cross was met by Fraser's flying half volley just a few yards out for his third of the season. It was just reward for the versatile Scotsman, who had performed impressively to that point without necessarily supplying the killer pass. Everton were crying out for some attacking impetus and, perhaps inevitably, McCarthy was hooked for Rooney at half-time. Gueye of Everton is challenged by Lewis Cook of AFC Bournemouth during their evenly contested match at the Vitality. Rooney's first touch forced Asmir Begovic into action, which was already an improvement on the whole first half, but the former England man was offside. The visitors were enhanced by Rooney's mere presence and, moments after the substitute fired wide of the target, they equalised with their sharpest move of the game. It stemmed from another mistake, this time a loose clearance by Steve Cook that fell at the feet of Gylfi Sigurdsson. He found Oumar Niasse on the edge of the box and he flicked it over to Gueye. The Senegal international fired home across Begovic and Bournemouth's good work was undone. The travelling contingent from Merseyside finally found their voice. The game was back in the balance and Bournemouth tried to respond. Wilson's low shot was kept out brilliantly by Pickford after Simon Francis had crossed. Allardyce introduced Yannick Bolasie, another signal of intent, but his first act was to sky a poor shot into the stand. Bournemouth asserted themselves again, with Ibe going close twice within the space of a few seconds. Advancing from deep with Everton's defenders backing off, his first shot was pushed out by Pickford. Keeping the attack flowing, Ibe then cut inside and bounced a shot off the top of the crossbar. At the other end, Nathan Ake got in a vital block as Sigurdsson threatened to snatch the points. But it was the smallest man on the park who would have the final word.